Hello everybody and welcome to this week's Crafternoon tea. So today I'm going to show you a different form of textured painting with a silhouette top as well. So for this craft you're going to need 2 bits of white card and I've used 2 different colour acrylic paints. You can do this with felt tip pens, you can do it with pencils, anything around the house that you want to use for your base. So we're going to show you step by step everything you need to do. You'll need a glue stick to secure everything in place as well. But I hope you enjoy this craft and have fun making it with us. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is cover the background of our paper. I'm using some very thin card just because it will hold the weight. I'm going to use acrylic paint, but you can use poster paint or anything you have around the house. You don't even have to use paint, you could use oil pastels, crayons, pencils, felt tips, whatever you want to do. So I'm going to have quite a textured background, so I've chosen to have some red and blue and hopefully it's going to sort of make a purpley texture between. So I'm just going to start off by dabbing the red all around the pieces of paper. So I want it to be fairly textured, so I'm just putting on my paint quite thickly. Now I'm going to start introducing some blue as well. So I'm just going to go back with a bit more red. There we go. So I've mainly covered most of the sheet. I'm going to leave a little bit around the edges, which you can either trim down or you can go all the way up to the edges. It's entirely up to you. So what we're going to do now is we're going to sort of put this to the side, leave it to dry, and then we're going to come back in a minute and we're going to do the top layer, where we start to add the detail. So see you in a sec. So welcome back. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do the heart outline. So our textured paper is mostly dry. What we need now is a glue stick, and I've drawn half a heart, if you can faintly see, on a piece of card. So I'm going to cut this out. Get rid of the excess, and when you open it up we've got a full heart. Now I only need half of this, so you could make 2 rounds of this activity if you liked. Let's see. So put the other half to this one side. So now you can see I've got half my heart, and what we're going to do is we're going to cut the outer ring and we're just going to keep going down. So it'll make sense once I start doing it. So make sure you cut a nice even sort of ring. And what we're going to do is we're going to place that on here. So I'm going to put some glue on it. I'm just using a standard glue stick. You can use PVA if you've got that at home as well. So I'm going to pop it sort of in the mid part of my painted background. Now, I've got a little bit of paint on my fingers, so there's a bit there, but that's fine. So you can see that's the first ring. So what we're going to do now is exactly the same on the other side. You don't want to make the rings too big, otherwise you won't have many, but you don't want to make them too skinny either. So now this time we're going to put this ring just inside, and we're going to keep going all the way through. So now this one will fold in here. So you can see you're still getting your texture. Now this one will go here. So this is how it's looking so far. I'm not going to glue them down just yet. We'll do that all at the end. This one in there. In there. And lastly, this one in there. So there we go, we've made a little heart textured painting. It's a great way to just get creative and lose yourself in the process. You can make this as a card, you could have it as something to put up on your wall, or you can just enjoy the process. But there we go, you can see up close, once you've glued them all down, these aren't glued to them, just conscious they might fall. But that's another way to make a different version of a painting or a card. Enjoy and don't forget to share your makes with us. See you in the next one.